Right.
Lavender's football staff, how can you have just joined? And thank you very much for joining the stream. It's Donald Johnson from Middlesbrough, North East of England today. Won't be able to talk too loud because we pay me to bed. Let me just check that I can hear myself fine on the stream. Perfect, that's fine. Welcome if you have just joined. Please get your comments and your thoughts and opinions in the live chat. Manchester United have lost the first leg of the knockout stage 2-1. 2-1, 2-2. I wish it was 2-1. 2-0 at home to PSG in the first leg. Disappointing. And I thought the first half we did pretty well. It was a bit of a scrappy game. But the second half, we just got dominated left, right, and centre. We were having shots. That just kept hitting the first player. We had crosses going from the right hand side that were going into the penalty area and straight into this of Bobby Charlton stand. Who are from Manchester United, and this could be the start of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's downfall. Hopefully not, but I think I agree with what Mark Shaw's just read. By the way, thanks for joining, Mark Shaw. He's put poor sub choice, unfortunately, when I'm not complaining. I felt the three substitutions he made. I mean, the two of them he had to make anyway. He had to take off Martial, had to take off Lingard, injuries. So that's a bit of a problem for us, a bit of a concern. So hopefully that's not going to be a very long injuries, because if they're out for a while, then it means we're going to be a bit stuck with regards of the Liverpool-Chelsea game. And considering that we got a couple of big game cities on the horizon as well. Mark Shaw's also put Lukaku maybe should have started considering the amount of crossing. A lot of the crossing we had were poor anyway. Actually, Jungerfeld didn't have a great game with his crossing poor. But as I say, I'm not going to talk about the match for the entire stream. We're joined by a guest. It's the Watford fan who was on the watch along, and he's making his, I say, professional debut this time. It's my good pal from the Watford Hornet. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks. And you?
Yep, cheers, no problem. I don't know why I just said that. Yeah, I'm doing fine, thanks. Well, I would have been doing better if it didn't. If we didn't have all these technical issues, but
yeah.
If you have joined, Ultimate Gamer says, I don't know why Ollie never subbed Fred on and just kept Rashford on. Yeah, I thought Rashford coming off for Lukaku was a bit of a questionable decision. Lukaku-Sanchez matter, possibly the worst front three United I've seen for a while. They just don't seem to work together very well. Scotty B, thanks for joining the stream. How did your games go? Well, I think it says it. The title says it all. We got beat by PSG, but not good news for Bo either. Apart from Nottingham Forest drew 2-0, which not brilliant for Bo, but neither. Bristol City won as well, so that's a big downfall. I tell you what, if Borough don't win at Sheffield United tomorrow, we'll be 7th and we'll be out the top 6, which is something that would not go down very well. Crazy game, not the Forest drew. I guess it was okay. Hopefully, big response against Liverpool and Chelsea. Definitely agree. I definitely want to see a big response against those two. Otherwise, we'll get tongued. So, please drop a like if you haven't already done so. Very much appreciated. But yeah. So, do I just call you Jude?
Yes, yeah. That's much easier than the Watford Hornet.
It is in a way. Yeah, hopefully the sound's fine. Hopefully my lips are moving at the right time on the streams. I noticed it didn't do that in the last one. I felt the first half was evenly matched, but the second half we just felt a bit stewed.
Yeah, that's basically it summed up. I mean, first half they had a great chance with Mbappe, but overall it was very even actually, about 3 shots each maybe. But yeah, second half you you really crumbled. I mean, I don't know if it's the pressure. I literally said at half time that I was expecting a reaction, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was going to get them like really going to start second half. It just didn't happen. Literally the opposite happened, and you know, by 53 minutes you conceded, and it was. I mean, there's an argument to say whether Kimpembe should be on the pitch or not anyway to score the goal, but it doesn't even matter at the end of the day. I think you just like you've got to be switched on there, and I feel like today is a real. I think Solskjaer said it. It's a reality check for Manchester United. You can't have a complete up. You're gonna get your losses. PSG are a tough side, so I feel like you maybe have lost a bit of momentum, but and you'll probably go out the Champions League. Let's be honest, because I mean the PSG leg away is going to be so difficult. But you never know; there could be a miracle happening or something like that. But yeah, I feel like it just crumbled at the end. That's really how I can sum it up.
Yeah, I thought we did crumble, especially in the second half. It's not the first time we've seen it this season. Tottenham Hotspurs was an example under Jose. Sevilla last year in the Champions League. Drew 0-0, very positive first half, and then the second half 2-0, 3-0 down. And nothing went right for us in that second half. I thought the first half was easily matched, but I overall felt it was a bit of a scrappy game. Welcome to Asmus as well. And Ultimate Game and everyone who's joined. Ultimate Game has put, why is Mata being used as a winger for United? He's best suited in midfield. I always think Juan Mata is better at right midfield. I don't think he has the creativity and the momentum to play as a right winger. Some of the crossing he has is pretty diabolical. Also, welcome to Asma Say. Thanks for joining the stream. No one got the predictions right, by the way. Excuse me. But I felt it was a bit daft. I mean, the referee I thought was really, really, harsh to us. I mean, Pogba's red card, I'll be honest, it was coming because I think I knew for a fact he was probably going to get sent off. There was a lot of players on yellow cards, and I thought
he was giving out yellow cards.
It was a bit harsh, and I agree. I mean, Kimpembe shouldn't even have been on the pitch. Having said, you could say the same for Ashley Young, because I felt Ashley Young should have got sent off with him barging Angel Di Maria into the flaming gates. Yeah.
Angel Di Maria. He really, I think in the end, it started off poorly for him, like in terms of how he was playing, but in the end, like he pretended to drink a beer because a bottle was thrown at him. Like he enjoyed that match at the end. He told the Man United fans, I'm not going to say on this channel.
I didn't actually see that.
No, I saw it on Twitter. I saw a video of it, and it's clear he was saying exactly that. I mean, he was literally pointing to them and just telling them how it is. I'm pretty sure everyone can get where I'm coming from, but
yeah,
I mean, yeah, he enjoyed that, especially in the second half.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, of course, he likes to get his revenge against his old team. I mean, he was probably one of the worst signings we made. I don't think he was as bad as Alexis Sanchez, though. But I felt he did very well. I think Mbappe was one of the best players in the pitch. I felt Buffon had a good game. Didn't have that much problems, though. I felt David Hay, though, he made a couple of good saves as well. I mean, the Mbappe shot in the first half. I mean, I tell you what, I thought he was offside. It turns out he was just on. But he looks offside. He goes to take the shot. He's in a good position. That should be 1-0. And they said he hits a side netting. Di Maria is well offside. The flag goes up very late, and that's after he goes on the keeper, takes the shot, and David De Gea saves it. I mean, Di Maria, it wasn't the best of games for Di Maria, but I think he'll have enjoyed, getting the better out of us. But, just on some of the comments, first of all, TYA8 beats, it's put unlucky bonus, but do you think Martial and Lingard are out for the Liverpool game? I certainly hope not, because there are two most creative players.
Lingard's looked more serious than Martial's, I think.
Lingard was good, but Martial kept getting closed down too many times. Rasmus says, but Lingard and Martial went off and we lost it. Shaw and Young were left on their own. Yeah, that's the issue. We don't have creativity down the right-hand side without Martial and Lingard. The squad that we put out there, I thought, looked very strong. I did think the formation was a bit questionable, though. You're playing a three-man defence against a 4-2-3-1 formation, which can all of a sudden turn into a 4-5-1, because although there's Marquinhos and who else played at CDM, and Verratti, they both played as CDMs, but they were edging up the field. They were slowly turning into a 4-5-1 formation. So we did lose it, because our heads totally dropped when those two had to go off, and it's sad. I mean, you don't want to see two of your best players getting injured like that on a week when you have Chelsea, Liverpool, Crystal Palace, and Man City on the horizon. It's just good for us. Excuse me, sorry about this. Mark Shaw's put United players lost their heads. Yeah, in the second half, definitely. I thought the first half was scrappy though. Ultimate Games, but I think Man United use matter as a winger because we don't really have as much players who are most suited as a winger. I think next transfer window we need a right winger. Yeah, he has a point. And I've been ranting on about this before. I've been saying that we need to we are looking for a right winger. Gareth Bale's been, one of our targets. There's a couple of right wingers that are very good at the minute. Cuadrado is pretty okay. He's okay at Juventus. Don't know about the Premier League. I mean, there's a couple of Premier League. I mean, Sterling, but we wouldn't get him. I mean,
no, not for Man City.
There's a couple of good wingers in the Watford squad, but don't I think a step too high for them.
Yeah, I think the only winger at Watford who's been linked with a big move is Roberto Pereira, who's linked with Chelsea in January, and for I think it was 20 million because they were looking for a backup winger. And I don't know, I think with Watford as well, they're so stubborn, especially the owners. I think the only reason why we sold Richarlison for 50 million to Everton was because it was so stupidly overpriced. I mean, he's a good player, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I felt Watford when they're just so stubborn, especially on their best players. Like they've said, they would only accept offers for Decore of 70 million plus. Like it's crazy. I mean, he's a very good player. He's so crucial to us, but. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it because I want to keep them, but I can't see too many big clubs actually securing deals for our players in the near future.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, which else? I mean, okay, this doesn't link to United, but you see how you look how Richarlison's come on. He's come on leaps and bounds at Everton.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't a bad player at Watford, but so, I mean, there's a couple of wingers that we could pick up. But I do agree we need another right winger.
Yeah.
Howie Doherty's put Mbappe. Yeah. At least we haven't been battered 6-0, says Mark Shaw. We lost 6-1 at home to City. Yeah, that was 2011, mate.
Exactly.
So that's gone back well long. Ultimate Game has put some good points in. yes, we have Sanchez and Martial as wingers, but we're using them as left wingers, and we don't have any place to play on the right besides Lingard and Mata. I'm not sure what to make of that. Sanchez is supposed to be a left winger. He was a left winger at Arsenal, but he's not. He's not capable. He's not good enough to be a left winger at Manchester United. I don't know why I'm looking at the. I don't know why I'm talking at the iPad. I'm supposed to be talking on here. Lingard, very good as a right winger. Mata should stay as the right mid, but I think Mata's coming to the end of his United career at the minute. He's just anything good
with the way
he brought on after all three subs. It was a front three: Sanchez, Lukaku, Mata. The weakest United front three I think I've seen for a couple of years. It's not good. It's like going back to Mourinho football. But I agree, and I think I do think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will have to take some of the blame for that, because I think some of his decision making was wrong. Should have kept Rashford on. He should have brought on Lukaku and took off the midfield and possibly switched to a 4-2-4. Obviously, he couldn't have done that. He wouldn't have been able to do that. Wouldn't have happened. It would have been possibly a 3-2-4 something if it was obviously when Pogba got sent off. Bit of a controversial game, I felt.
It was, yeah. I agree with the Mata point. He's just, with the way United play, he doesn't have the pace for the right wing. And yeah, he can't whip in that ball. He can't beat a man and whip in a ball, which is what, or he can't even beat a man cut inside and shoot, because it's just not his game. He's definitely suited to further back. Someone's put basically United were pants, but not the whole game.
Owen Ortonoglu. He must have been one of the subs from the watch along.
Mm-hmm. No, I know him.
Yeah.
And he said they just lost heart. Yeah, I think after the substitutions, I think they did.
Just putting stuff in here. Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, we were. Hold on, let me do this. Yeah, we were pants in the second half, but that doesn't mean that we were poor for the entire game. I mean, the first half, as I saw, was a bit scrappy, tense. I mean, both teams just, I'd say, going hammer tongues. I mean, there wasn't that many shots from United, but the second half, it was awful. We were having shots galore. Shots getting blocked by the first man. I felt Verratti, for me, he put in a man-of-the-match performance. I don't think I could pick any man-of-the-match for United. What if there was Neymar and Cavani as well? If Neymar and Cavani were there, it would have been a lot more.
Yeah.
Just go up here. Just going to read a couple of the messages. There's a lot of comments coming in. Thank you very much for your comments, by the way. And please make sure you go subscribe to Jude. Links in the description down below. I think Man United should try and seal a deal.
Messenger audio.
Not off. Hold on a sec. He keeps ringing me. Let me just send him a message.
Who's this?
Oh, it's a guy from Western Superman.
All right.
But it's not the guy I normally talk to all the time.
All right.
Right. We'll do that again. Try and seal the deal with Koulibaly and then try and find another winger. We mentioned the right winger. Koulibaly was one of the links, but we weren't likely to pay 130 million. Yeah, he might be a good centre-back, but I don't think he'd suit the Premier League, to be honest with you. He's on his way out by the looks of it. I wouldn't say so. I mean, he's sidelined in a minute because he's injured, but it could signal a possible move. Damien's on his road to Poundley as well. That wouldn't be surprised. Damien never plays. Ole in support on Mandry's grid. Yeah, I'm seeing people. I was just watching the United stand for about 5 minutes, and a lot of the comments I saw were Ole out. I'm sorry, if you want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer out when we've only lost one game out of 12 in all competitions, you are massively deluded. And I'm saying that strongly. I am never going to be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer out. I want him to get that permanent managerial job. If it means we get knocked out by Champions League, by PSG, tough. If we get knocked out, tough. It is how it is. We didn't play that well today, and he knows this is where he's going to struggle because the next couple of games are crucial. Martial's injury is going to be crucial. Lingard's going to be crucial. Where do we go from here? That's the main question, isn't it? Glyn's put United are a million miles behind the European elite. Oh, I can definitely agree about that. We're not good enough. We're not good enough at the minute. We don't. It's funny. We do well in the group stage. We play against Juventus, big boys. Play against Valencia, young boys who are just as small as, let's say, Oldham. But I mean, we play some big teams. We do well. It gets to the round of 16s, and we completely lose it. And it's just United for you. There's nothing we can do about it. We have to keep going and try and keep our heads up. And please drop a like if you haven't already done so, guys. Excuse me. I'm worried about our next two games after Martial and Lingard's injuries. So am I, but hopefully they won't be out for long. Hopefully they'll be back as soon as possible. Keen Finn, thanks for joining, and Yash, thanks for joining. Yash says, bad day. Yep, Ultimate Gamer says, ever since Fergie left the three managers after Moyes, Louis van Gaal and Mourinho were beep. We lost so many quality players like Rafael, Depay, Di Maria and Patrice Evra. I don't think that Patrice Evra was a brilliant player. Okay, he scored he scored United's away goal against Bayern. And yep, Bayern's still worst. That's in 2014 though. Di Maria was crap.
Yeah, I don't agree with what he said there. I mean, well, yeah, Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Mourinho, they were all bad. Louis van Gaal, the best of the three, but still not very good. I mean, Rafael wasn't quality. He wasn't quality. I mean, he's a solid right back. He's not quality. Depay didn't do it for United. He's doing well now, but he hasn't done it. Didn't do it for United. Di Maria really. Well, I mean, 55 million they spent on him. Just didn't do it. Patrice Evra was good, but way past him.
There you go. You've heard it from a neutral perspective. Martial injuries crucial. 2 injuries made it hard. Yeah, we've also lost Pogba because of that red card. So that means we're going to lose the second leg. That's us out. Sanchez lost the ball, then countered one corner, then scores. Sanchez has lost it selling. Definitely agree. I think United will probably get back to their good football in the Premier League. Well, we tend to do better in the Premier League, to be honest with you. It's back to the big time for us. Gilmuff says, look at Mbappe. Hazard's nowhere near him. I couldn't. You can't really. It's hard to really compare Hazard with Mbappe. When you look at Mbappe, he's now scored. The goal he scored today was his 23rd goal in 27 appearances in the whole of 2018 to 19. You look at Hazard's. You look at Hazard. Eden Hazard stats. 2018 to 19, not just in the Premier League, but internationally as well. Look at Eden Hazard stats. Eden Hazard. No. You look at Eden Hazard's stats. He's played. I think is that amount of games? Appearances? Yes, it is. He's played 25 games in the Premier League, and if I include all season, he's played 32 games, scored 15 goals, got 10 assists, 2 yellow cards. So you're comparing a guy who scores 23 goals in 27 appearances in all competitions to Eden Hazard, who scores 15 goals in 32. It's a bit of a big majority.
Yeah.
I'd definitely say that Mbappe is a lot better than Hazard. So I would agree with what Glenn Matthews just said, because he said Hazard's nowhere near him. Yusuf Borfan, thanks so much for joining the stream, Yusuf. He says, who's we today? Yeah. Man United, Bayern Munich or Borough. United today, Borough's tomorrow, Bayern Munich's on Friday. Rasmus says, I can't imagine playing against the Scousers without Martial Lingard. Yeah, that would be a bit of a tough challenge. I mean, you've played Liverpool before, and I believe you've had a couple of key players missing.
I feel like I don't know what it is. I really back Man United for the game against Liverpool, and this is from a neutral perspective. Like, I've got no affiliation to Man United, but if you want some confidence, United fans, I really think you can get a result against Liverpool. Even hopefully, for you, the Martial injury isn't too serious, but I mean, it didn't look too serious considering he played on, then came off at half time. Especially if he's back, I feel like Liverpool are going to have a new bogey team, and that's going to be Manchester United. If they keep the faith in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and really rebuild.
Yeah, I agree there. Yeah, and obviously something else that we can actually take on board. Liverpool have not beaten United at Old Trafford since Steven Gerrard scored 3 penalties in 2014. So they've not beat United at Old Trafford. However, Liverpool fans are very confident now after seeing that game. But that probably won't be the case when Bayern Munich absolutely demolish them next week, hopefully. But I doubt that'll happen. That's interesting there. Hopefully we'll get a result. Ultimate Games, what do you think? Januzaj was good for United. But Januzaj was good. I mean, he was okay. He popped up at important times. But I don't think he was brilliant.
Yeah.
JCR, thanks for joining streams. But Pogba, dangerous tackle. That. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised he got sent off. It was inevitable. Ultimate Games, but I mean, look at Di Maria. He's a quality player at PSG now. Do you think if we have him, he could have he been? And if we have him, time could have. That doesn't even make sense. But I don't think it'd make any difference. I mean, I think he's going to be a PSG player week in, week out now. I wish United still have Chicharito. Chicharito was decent, but wasn't as good as Wayne Rooney and Van Persie. Really good player for United. Yeah, he was good, but I'd say, I mean, I think Van Persie did him. Sanchez does nothing. Ship him to China. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Money. Yash says, not losing hope, but still scared when we have to play Chelsea, who were embarrassed last weekend. Liverpool, who look like they're going to win the league for the first time in 29 years. I don't actually think no offence, but I don't think Liverpool will actually win it.
I don't think they will.
They have a habit of bottling it. City at the minute, top of the league. I mean, if we gave them time. Oh, yeah, but I don't think. I think it'd probably be the same one, because I think it's probably with the playing system, really, isn't it? So you're all down to the system. Martial Lingard injured. Yeah, not good news.
I mean, with Lingard, it's not the biggest blow. I mean, it's a big blow, but it could be worse. With Martial, I mean, considering how much he's improved, that's a huge blow. Especially if it's serious. But I mean, you've got important games coming up as well. I mean, it's not definitely don't have. I feel like there's no easy games in the Prem, but you don't. You've got some very tricky games. I mean, what Chelsea in the Cup, Liverpool, Crystal Palace is a tricky game.
Well, in a way,
yeah, but I mean they can always shock you, Crystal Palace. I mean, in a way, it's Crystal Palace, but still, I feel like you can never underestimate them, and they do tend to sometimes get a result against good teams.
Yeah, it's true. Like I say, Crystal Palace. I mean, we went away there last season. I think we're away this time, but we went away there last season, and we had to do a miraculous comeback.
Yeah.
Yes, a couple of comments coming in there. Oh,
I feel like some of the United fans in the chat. I mean, no offense to you at all. Sometimes, I know it's one loss and it wasn't a great performance, but
it was 2-0.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It's not the end of the world. I mean, it looks like going out the Champions League, but some of the players. I mean, Ashley Young. Yeah, okay. I don't not agree with that, but I feel like he has still performances where he's when he can actually do a job. Sanchez, I agree with, he's not a good player, but I mean, some of them what was it? Get back Chicharito. I wish they still had him. You do know better with Chicharito up top. You probably do, to be honest. I mean, he gets a tap in, but I don't think you do any better with Chicharito up top.
I mean, he hasn't done that much at West Ham. He's popped up with some goals, but he hasn't done miraculously brilliant this season.
Exactly.
Ashley Young is a joke. Sorry, I've missed a few. Definitely have Chicharito over Sanchez. Any day. Glenn Matthews said the referee cost us the game. In a way, yes, because he did now but really annoy me. But at the same time, the United players couldn't capitalise. We didn't really play brilliantly in that second half, so I don't think it would have made any difference, really. Ashley Young is a joke. All he does is one up and down and lump horribly inaccurate crosses into the box. His crossing is awful, and I agree. I mean, he didn't really show. I mean, the crosses he put in. Sorry to tell you this, but the crosses he put in at Watford away, they were immaculate and they were quite accurate. And obviously last season scored 2 against you.
Yeah. Obviously, he played for Watford in case some of you guys don't know, was very good for us, but it's just the type of player to always do where when he wants to do well, he's the type of player who can. I feel like sometimes he really doesn't put his whole heart on the line for the club he plays for.
Yeah. Well, my main issue with Ashley Young, and I've said this a lot of times, the only issue I have with him, I mean, he's a decent individual. Okay, he's pretty old. I seriously don't think he suits the right back position.
Yeah.
At the same time, his crossing is awful. Runs up and down the field like a bloody. He runs up and down the field like a flaming fairy on roller skates. I thought Pogba made a pretty quick dash. I said, "Oh, is Pogba running like Usain Bolt?" But at the same time, I think Ashley Young, my issue is he gets exposed too many times. I mean, he was up against Di Maria, and okay, he barged him into the bloody kids, but that was pretty amusing. He was lucky not to get sent off for that, but he's been dangerous. He's played dangerously defensively, and I think,
I
I
mean,
mean, he hasn't really had a brilliant season, but
yeah.
I don't think he's made any improvements under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And like when you look at the talent stuff, you look at Martial and Pogba, they were absolutely cack under Jose Mourinho, but that was probably down to their relationship, which we discussed earlier.
I
think that was down to the relationships. And
yeah.
when you look at Pogba and Martial, they've come on Pogba, Martial, Lingard, Rashford, Herrera as well, and Luke Shaw. I mean, they've all come on leaps and bounds since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer comes in. So it just shows what an impact a new manager can make on players. Anyway, what were you going to say?
What I was going to say, first of all, I think that is the greatest analogy I've ever heard. A fairy running on roller skates. But also, just looking at some of in the chat, you wouldn't get 50 million. I know from China, yeah, they blow the budget, but you wouldn't get 50 million for Sanchez, I don't think. I know they paid 10 million for Laney, but you wouldn't get 50 million. I think 30 million. Well,
he's only worth 25.
Considering you got Sanchez in a swap deal with Mkhitaryan, I think immediately, because that was kind of free, it puts his market value down. And considering he's getting on a bit, he's really not the best season. And also, one more thing in the chat, I feel someone said if you could either buy Matuidi and get rid of Pogba or keep Pogba, which one would you do? I don't think that should.
Pogba.
Yeah, I don't think that should be a question. Pogba is by far the better player.
I mean, I'd take Matuidi. Over Matic. Matic is pretty slow, but I mean, I'd definitely keep Pogba any day of the week.
Yeah.
Also, it was Rasmus who put that. Right, the issue of getting 50 million quid for Sanchez is that if we still have the Glaciers, if we sell him for 50 million, we get the money. However, if we still have the Glaciers, you got no chance of signing anyone because they don't spend money, which is an issue. So you basically getting rid of one player, although he might be deadwood, but then you don't have a backup left mid if Martial gets injured, if you know what I mean. So you're pretty much shooting yourself in the back foot by doing that. I understand it's super late. It'll be super late where Rasmus is because he's in Estonia, which is 2 hours ahead. So, your mic's disappeared. Something's happened. Something's just happened. I don't know what happened there.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, there we go. United need to get rid of the Glaciers. Yeah, definitely agree there. Glaciers out, Woodward out, Tedford out. Glenn Matthews has also said Alexis should just be sold. Is awful. He has been poor this season, I'll admit. Is the league the best place to scout players? I don't know. I mean, you can scout players from the Chinese league, and some of them are pretty decent.
I mean, Watford's scouting system.
I mean, look at Mark Goldbridge. I mean, Mark Goldbridge on Football Manager. He described some Salford player called Shodapoo as the it's Shodpo actually. He calls it Shodapoo, but he says he describes it as the National League Messi or something. One player that he could do with is Adama Traore because he's very pacey down the right hand side, but you've got no chance of Wolves letting him go, which is funny because he signed him for Borough where he was getting loads of game time. At the Borough. Then he goes to
Wolves.
Wolves and gets no game time. So what's the point of keeping him there? Welcome to Beswick and Olvia. Is it? Have I pronounced that right? Olvia. Olvia's put. The only one who has passion is Andrew Herrera. Yeah, I felt Andrew Herrera. I felt Andrew Herrera did well. And do you know, Pogba seems to have a lot of freedom when Andrew Herrera's with him because Andrew Herrera passes the ball to him quite a lot. So it's quite good for him. Glenn Matthews put, if Alexis Sanchez isn't gone by somewhere, I'm done. My mum's on 505. Or my man's on 505,000 a week. They give away 4-yard passes. Yeah, I felt our passing was poo in the second half. Second half, nothing went right. We just totally fell to bits. Sorry for me, English. I'm from Brazil. Oh, yeah. That's no problem, mate. That's not a problem. Your English is fine. I understood it. So that's no problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
by the
that's
way,
nice. Nice to get a fan from Brazil. I've never had one from Brazil, actually. Money, money, money. Yeah, that's all the Glaciers really think about, isn't it? I mean,
by the way, I have to go in a minute, Daz.
Yeah, no problem. I was trying to think of what I was going to say. I can't remember what I was going to say. Is any final things you want to say?
Before I have to go, well, someone said about this. I was just going to say about the scouting thing. Actually, I just remembered. Well, what Watford do? I don't want to sound biased at all, but really, they sign players. I mean, our record fee, we beat it by quite a distance. 18 million for Andre Gray, which, looking back at it,
this isn't a bad deal actually.
Yeah, I mean, for the first season, I mean, it looked like an awful deal, but this season he's been injured a lot, and when he has played, he has actually scored in recent times. And because he's an English striker, pacey, clubs, even if we do decide to sell him, I still think championship clubs, are going to play, would still pay quite a bit of money to him. I mean, Middlesbrough paid £15 million for Longer. Was it?
Which was an absolute waste of money.
Yeah, probably.
I'd say he's only worth about 7.5.
Yeah, but I mean, championship clubs these days, they're willing to spend, and so I don't think it's a bad deal now looking at it. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go now.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you for having me on.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you very much for coming on. It's an absolute pleasure as always. And feel free to come on to another one. I don't know, when do we play Watford?
Okay. I believe it's really soon.
I don't think it's soon.
Well, I think it's no, so it can't be that soon. But I think it's around March time. Let's check.
Southampton.
March the 30th.
Oh, so not for a while then.
Yeah, not for a while. Yeah.
I'm just looking at March, and we've got exactly the same issue. So our next couple of games, okay, guys. Chelsea, Liverpool, Palace. And then afterwards we've got Southampton at home, which we should win. PSG away, Arsenal away, City at home, and then Watford at home. That's a pretty tough March.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I don't get to speak to you for a while, and of course, best of luck in your next game, whoever you're against.
We're against QPR.
Oh yeah, you keep you in the cup. We should win that, but that won't be an easy one. Best of luck, and thanks for coming on, mate.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. There you go. Thanks very much to him for coming on there. we are going to end the stream in a minute, but just want to read some of your final comments. Over here is a United fan from Brazil. Well, thank you very much for watching, and please do drop a like if you haven't already done so. And if you are new, please subscribe down below. And how have we just lost? How have we just lost 6? We've just lost 6 subs in one stream. Okay, I'm sure it's just YouTube these days. Imagine if United did a successful swap deal with Tottenham Hotspurs, trading Lukaku for Kane. Be interesting one, but I don't think we'd ever sign Harry Kane, because Harry Kane's doing well at quite well at Spurs at the minute. Glenn Matthews says Sanchez plus Lukaku plus Mata don't fit the United style of play. I agree. I mean, that front three, it's not very good. The front three is poor. It's the weakest front three I've known at Old Trafford in United for quite a while. And everyone thought the Depay and Di Maria weren't brilliant. It was such a shame for Cardiff with Emiliano. So, I know. He'd have probably fit well in Cardiff. I know it was an absolute tragedy. Absolute tragedy. Focus on the FA Cup. Focus on the FA Cup. Focus on the league. That's where we're going to. Next game is 6th of March, I believe. Is it 6th of March? Next game is the start of March for the Champions League second leg. So it's not going to be an easy one. Considering that today's game was crap. Ultimate Game has put, I think, best case scenario for United is coming top 4. Definitely agree. United also have a chance of winning the FA Cup. We do. I mean, we are in around the 16 stage. Win this and win the quarterfinals. Play against someone else. I don't know who we'll be against. Probably against City. No outlook. Get to the semis at Wembley. Get to the final possibly. We could win it, but I think you're looking at it now. It's going to be a bit of a tough task. But it's a bit early to say if we're going to win it or not. But we just have to see how we do. Take one game at a time. Glenn Matthews says blame Jones. Jones is atrocious, says Ultimate Gamer. I think Kane's loyal to Tottenham. Definitely agree. Watford Hornets, but thanks for having me on. That's been an absolute pleasure. Yep, no problem. Thanks very much for coming on, mate. Do go subscribe to the Watford Hornet. He's in the live chat. Also, his link's in the description. Go subscribe to doing brilliant football content. Not just Watford, though. So he does do some other teams as well. Even though he doesn't, have any relatives with him. Yeah, Jones has been awful, but he did put a good performance in against Fulham. So that's a bit of a difference, to be truthfully honest. Ultimate Gamer finally has said, I hope Chelsea do worse on upcoming games. Love that City beating them 6-0. Yeah. United's next main focus is Chelsea on Monday. That's going to be a tough game. Hopefully we'll get on and we'll put in a good performance against them. It has been a long stream. I do apologise about the stream being. I do apologise about being live this late. But unfortunately, that is live as a YouTuber, isn't it? The honeymoon is over, and where's Fred 50 million? Yeah, I wonder. I mean, Fred's at the minute. It's pointless having Fred. He's not getting started. It's pointless having Delocht. He's never getting started either. He only gets started in the games against teams that are low in the league. So what's the point of keeping them? But it's a bit pointless. But at the same time, I mean, what more do you expect really from United? That's going to be the end of tonight's stream. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks to the Watford Horner for coming on. Unfortunately, you had to leave. Just before we ended it, but it's been an absolute pleasure as always. I've been Dole Johnson from Middlesbrough, North East of England today, and we'll catch up with you all later on.